Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Brooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. Good. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Up your way.
Wake your ass up.
The official Man Cave Morning Show is going down. Yes, the Friday edition. Let's clap it up for Friday. We are here. We made it through. It's going down today, man.
Yes, sir.
You know why? Because the weekend is going to be popping. Getting ready for parties and cookouts. And getting on the ones and twos for family and friends. You know what I like about DJing for family and friends?
What's that, my brother?
I play what the hell I want to. You feel me?
Anyway.
This is the last summer show.
The
last summer DJing gig.
Exactly. Shout out to everybody in the check-in. Let me introduce the awesome squad. Get in, pretty lady. Get in.
Oh, Lord,
no doubt. Let me introduce the awesome squad of the Man Cave Morning Show. to my right, my brother from another mother. The dude that gets a little rude, especially when he's in the bathroom. We call him Deacon Woo Woo.
I thought you said we're in the
Deacon Woo Woo on the check-in. And to the left of me, the beautiful, the talented,
the vivacious,
1/3 of the R&B group Allure. Yes. We call her Hurricane Kiss.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
Yes. All right.
And you, sir, in the beautiful salmon-colored shirt in the morning.
I am
on
just
this Friday morning.
humbly at your service. Salute to y'all. I'm stormed on the general.
Yes. AKA El Jefe.
El Jefe. I'm so happy to be here.
This is beautiful. What is that,
F you too. No doubt. It's Friday, people. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to have a good time, but we're going to keep it 100 as we normally do on the Man Cave Morning Show. And listen right now. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube. Salute to everyone watching us live right now on Twitter and Periscope. Shout out to everybody watching us live on Ustream. Shout out to everyone watching us live on the mother site. What? WBKS1.com. Salute to everybody watching us live on FB. You know I love y'all. Y'all on the FB and y'all sharing it out to the world. We love y'all. Salute to y'all. And shout out to everybody listening to us live on that TuneIn app, man. Please, if you don't have the TuneIn app by now, download it. It's free.
Set up free.
Like you pay nothing.
You pay nothing for it. Download it. You can listen to music and talk shows all day from all over the world. And guess who's on that TuneIn app? BKS1 Radio, the Man Cave Morning Show. All right, so let's get some FB Friday love. Shout out to Janine Williams on the check-in. Shout out to Cheryl Lacey Donovan on the check-in. Shout out to Tony James, filmmaker, on the check-in. I saw my dude last night. He was doing his thing, looking good, brother. It was great seeing you. Shout out to Juanita Karen Hart's Towns on the check-in. Good morning, Juanita. Good morning, Sandy, babe. That's why I didn't take your call, babe. I seen you calling, but we was starting the show. Shout out to Zakia Thomas Coates on the check-in. Shout out to Booney. Oh, Bonnie, my bad. Bonnie, don't kill me. Bonnie Beverly on the check-in. Raymond Boone on the check-in. Shout out to Kaz Minor on the check-in. Jesse Simpson on the check-in. Hey, Jesse. Shout out to Praise Code, Kaz Minor. J. Brooks, good morning. Shout out to Out Here, New Jersey on the check-in. Good morning. Shout out to Michael Gilliam on the check-in. Mike Gilliam, what's up, man? Hiya. Karate Man. Wow. Salute. No doubt. Shout out to Francis Kemp on the check-in. Shout out to Morton Power. Yes, what's up, bro? What's good? And good morning, Phyllis Woodbury on the check. Yes.
Woodbury.
It's been a while, but Cheryl Lacey Donovan is in the building. All right, let's get this talk about some things today. So no matter what platform you're listening to us on, share it out. Just hit that share button, share it out, show some love. We don't care what platform, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Share it out. All right, so now, one of the things we are going to be talking about this morning is why some people, we got to talk about this, man. Why some people will always stay broke. We're going to keep it 300, not 100, 300 on the Man Cave Morning Show. Also, we're talking about take a good look at yourself.
Yes.
Why? Because you might be the problem in your relationship.
Yes.
It just might be you. So we're going to talk about that on the Man Cave Morning Show. But first and foremost, you know, we always get hit with the clips and Kiss be like, yo, did you see such and such? And I be like, no, I didn't. Show it to me.
Racism, man.
And but she showed me a clip, and we're going to talk about that. And you know it's Friday, so you never know where we might go in the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yeah, we wild out on Friday.
So I'm going to need you to set up this clip. Have me running. What's happening here? What's going on, Kiss?
Okay, so sometimes we don't get all the full information, but apparently there was a young woman, a young black woman, right, who was pregnant in a parking lot, and racist white men came along and got up in her face. We don't know the reasons why, but the whole point was that she's pregnant. She's a woman, obviously, and he got up in her face, and this was in Florida. And thank God for this other gentleman that was standing nearby who came in to basically like stand in for her and protect her.
Okay.
Because he seemed like he was going to get in her face and try to, I don't know if he was going to hit her or what, but he was in her face.
All
and
right.
This was the result.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, so we're going to watch this clip. And this is how this brother came to her defense. All right, so I'm going to run the first clip.
Yes.
There's 2 clips.
Right.
So I'm going to run the first one and the second one. We want y'all to give y'all honest opinion and view on this particular clip.
Yes.
And what do you think we're seeing? Okay, here it goes.
Get out of my face. Walking up on this lady like that. Is she walking up on you? Exactly. You need to back the fuck up. You heard what the fuck I said? I said you need to back the fuck up. That's a woman. You're mama. And you's a motherfucking man. Now what you gonna do? Go the fuck on. Go the fuck on. Go the fuck on. Put that gun away. Fuck you. Put that gun away, motherfucker. Go ahead. Motherfucking hands on me. I don't give a fuck who you call. You did this. You're the one that's aggressive to everybody. I don't care who you call. Call us a pregnant woman. You got up all in her face. We got this lady filming. Just walk away. He's got a gun, ma'am.
I've been recording every second, sir, since you got out the car.
Do your business. Get the fuck on out of here. Thank you so much.
You were about to hit
a pregnant woman. A gun at somebody is legal. I ain't pointed at nobody. You's a lying motherfucker. I got it on film. Go ahead. You motherfucker. That's right. You motherfucker. Do it again. Do it again. I'm going to kill you, you motherfucker. Come on. You don't hit people. You don't try to hit me. What the hell is wrong with you?
what? He done wrote a check that his ass could not cash.
Listen, call the cops. Call the cops.
Child, let me go there. I'm not calling the cops.
Fuck back here. Fuck back here. Fuck back here. Don't hit me, motherfucker. You hit him, crazy. What? Yes.
You hit him first. Look at this man eye.
I'm a pregnant woman.
Wow.
Okay, so let's talk about this. What we just witnessed here. We witnessed a pregnant black woman being accosted, being harassed by the white guy.
Yes.
And the brother came to her rescue, basically. Now, this was in Florida?
Yes. Orlando.
Yes.
So you know how that could have went down.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Now, this was the black guy that had the gun. Right? It's the black guy. So what if he had felt threatened for his life or the safety of the young lady? And he just shot based on what? The stand your ground principle, right? So how would that have played out? Now, the brother was very valiant in protecting this young lady. I don't see nothing he did wrong.
Right.
All the wrongdoing I see on the white guy's part.
Yeah, and I didn't like the fact that he started screaming, like, put the gun away, making it seem like he was pointing the gun at him when the whole time he didn't point the gun at him. I think he just probably had it out to show him, like, look, if something goes down, it's going to go down. But the fact that you want to scream and make it an issue that, oh, there's a black man with a gun. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's always that double-sided sword. Like, what if it was the white man that had the gun?
No doubt.
And he didn't even keep his composure. He would have shot homeboy.
No doubt.
Whole different story.
Right. Shout out to Juanita Karen. She said the check-in is dope. Shout out to D-Mac on the check-in. Markel on the check-in. Lisa Tweet. Carver A Tweet. Norman Barron said, "What's good, Will?"
What's good,
General?
Norm?
Cass Miner said, "Most people are always broke for they try to live beyond their means, trying to keep up with the Joneses."
Yes.
We're gonna go into this topic. We about to dip there right now. Suzette Francis, good morning, Suzette. Tasha Folk Wise, had the brother shot that guy, he would have been under the jail.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I agree, 300%.
Yes.
Well, I know you wanna interject. Go ahead, man. I see you waiting.
I'm not even gonna start with race first. Are you surprised? I'm not even gonna start with race first.
Yeah.
Race first.
I'm changing.
But I'm gonna finish with it. First of all, any man getting in the face of a pregnant woman, black, white,
right.
yellow, Puerto Rican,
Punk.
or
You're a twat.
Haitian,
You're a twat.
right? I am going to intervene and interject. You see what I'm saying? So that's the first thing. Second of all, after the brother interjected, the Caucasian gentleman punched him.
Right. He put his hand.
Did you see that?
Yep.
Next, Florida just happens to be a open carry state. So, to my racist Caucasian brothers and sisters, after this man, let's say, for the sake of argument, he legally had the gun, legally had a permit,
Right.
and was physically assaulted by a Caucasian gentleman. Would that then be fall under the auspices of stand your ground? Because
Absolutely.
the white man attacked the black man. Now, let's figure out if we're living in a racist society. Reverse the races of the two people. And let's say that the person was that the black man was white and the white man was black. If the white man would have been brandishing his gun and a black man would have even made an aggressive move, much less physically punched him,
Right.
that white man would have smoked that black dude.
Oh yeah.
And
oh,
could
yeah.
have possibly smoked the occupants of the car.
Right.
Which was a
Right.
pregnant woman.
Right.
Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Right.
But
And 9 times out of 10, what would have happened to him? Nothing.
But listen to what he said. I'm going to you. Right?
No.
Now think about
General,
it.
General,
He
speak.
said that.
Clap
He
it
said
up.
that
Clap it up, General.
without a gun in his hand. Imagine
General,
if he had a
General.
gun. Imagine if he did have a weapon. It would have went down. It would have been the OK Corral.
You tell
up in that
me
spot.
a black man yelling, I'm going to
Gonna
kill
kill
you
you.
at a white man. That's a dead black man.
Yeah.
Stop.
I'm just glad. I'm glad the sister, the pregnant sister, she's safe. I'm glad the chick with the cell phone, she's safe. I'm glad the brother's all right, whatever. But now, I think he seemed like the type the asshole that would have happened with a pregnant white woman too. Whatever.
Well, I mean,
I agree.
I
agree.
That, yeah.
He seemed like that type of person.
You're right.
And one thing he didn't
That's
yell was black this, nigga that.
Right.
Whatever.
From what we
Agreed.
heard.
Yeah, from what we heard. So I don't know. I just think that just happened to be the wrong case at the wrong time, wrong situation at the wrong time.
May I just add, I'm sorry, before you read the comments, if they both had guns and I was on the scene, who would I be afraid of getting shot by? I would be afraid of the white guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're so violent.
Let's read.
Yo, you stupid.
Let's read some
They're
comments.
thugs. They're animals. They're wildings.
Shout out to Cheryl Lacey Donovan. Cheryl said that was unbelievable. What's wrong with that guy? Absolutely. Phyllis Woodbury
You're
said,
right.
I felt as though the black guy let him know I ain't the one. enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Tasha Folk Wise said, also, had the police been present when the white guy was shouting, he's got a gun, the black
White man
gentleman
would've
would have been shot to
What?
death.
Yeah.
Death.
I
Death.
agree with you 800%
Death.
on that, Tasha.
That's right.
Cheryl also goes on to say the Caucasian guys seem to have amnesia, like 45.
Facts, yeah.
Like he forgot he punched the black guy.
He said, you hit me first. He said, what? Like he wasn't even there. Like, bro, you just put your hands on me.
Kiss. I honestly believe.
Chin checked him.
I honestly believe in his mind he
didn't do
it
nothing.
right.
Yeah, he's
That's
bugging.
the issue.
He's bugging.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Kaz Minor said, what's up, Kaz? Kaz said the guy was aggressive, so he's supposed to be on defensive for the chin check.
Right.
So sad, too bad. LOL.
For real.
I love that he snuck him.
DT, what's up, DT?
Hey, DT.
Alicia Mitchell on the check-in, what's up? Tasha Folk Wise said, on a side note, look how easy it is to whip out that gun. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
in Florida. Yo, I don't even want to rock with
open
Florida
carry.
like that
At
no more.
all, yeah. Not even that. This whole stand your ground thing don't even matter. I don't know if you guys heard about the woman who had been being beat. She had been beaten by her husband for years.
Right.
Countless
I heard
times.
about this.
I think she's from Alabama or something like
Yes,
that, or whatever.
yes.
And one day
Speak
she
on it.
decided that she just couldn't take it no more.
Yes.
He came charging at her, and to defend herself and her kids because she's like she had been done with
Yes.
it. She shot him, and not only that, she shot him in self-defense, but yet she's still being charged with murder.
Kiss. I'll do you one better.
That's crazy
Same
to me.
exact situation, and the sister shot over the guy's head.
Yeah.
Even shoot
She
the
didn't
guy.
even shoot the guy.
Just shot over. Bang, bang, bang. Warning.
Right.
She's in jail right now.
And she's in jail.
Number
Okay.
one. No,
Like, what's the point?
I know you got to move on.
Because who does this law actually?
Before you move on,
protect?
So tell me, a man with a gun, what did he do? Put his gun down to punch the guy?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, look at the restraint
Right.
that the African American man had, who had a gun.
Pamela, hold on. Go
Huh?
ahead.
Look what he did.
Yeah, he could have
Did
shot
he?
him.
Hold on. After the man assaulted him and punched him, that's aggressive act. Matter of fact, that's an assault. He has a right
He had a
to
right.
defend himself.
In Florida-
White man would have shot him. What did the
He
brother
had
do?
the right to.
What did the brother do?
He didn't. He restrained.
Even
he
though
put the
he
gun
had-
back.
Right.
He put the
gun back and said, "Let me handle this like a man."
And plus he knew-
Cloud.
plus
Am
he
I
knew
right
he
or
could take
wrong?
him. Plus he knew he could take him, too.
Exactly.
Now.
And prime example of the guy in the parking lot. Remember when he pushed the guy because he was up in his family facing the car? What did he do? His first thing was to shoot him.
Shout
when
out
he
to
pushed him.
That's my
Lucretia
point.
You
Linus
didn't even
Ross on the
restrain
check-in.
yourself.
Sometimes Caucasian people shoot first. They
Real-
don't throw fists.
Real quick, Pamela Swain said,
That's crazy.
she said, I'm here in Florida from Jersey. It's a mess out here.
Wow.
Pamela, answer me this. Why is it a mess out there? We want to know. You can call in or you can put it in the chat. Call in 646-233-1302.
Paul
I want
Joseph
to know
call in from Florida
why
as well.
is it a mess here in Florida when it comes to what goes down
Yeah,
with
no
us.
doubt. No doubt.
No doubt. Because, man, I was actually talking to my wife. She's like, such a Tampa would be a nice place to move and this and this and that. I'm like,
Nah,
I ain't
dude.
going to Florida.
Nah,
Not
dude.
today. Juanita said the man seemed like he's off his meds. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And the black man handled that situation well.
Agreed.
I agree. And even he could have really kept punching and knocked him out.
Yeah. Could have shot him too.
But he refrained. I'm
After
glad
he got
the brother all
after he
right.
got hit, punched.
Whoever that brother is, I'm glad he all right.
Yeah, respect.
No doubt. Yeah, man. So I just want to know, how y'all feel about it. Phone lines are open. Y'all can call in. We can go back to that before we get into the topics. Real quick. The night last night.
Yes.
Shout out to Ken Gifford for the Newark International Film Festival.
Respect.
Thank
It
you,
was
Ken.
cool. It was cool or whatever. For the most part, some of the celebs, I'm really not big on the whole celeb thing, but
Shout out to Tobias.
shout out to Tobias Trevelyan.
Yes.
Real cool cat.
Always sweet.
Always down to earth. He was a guest on BKS1 Radio before. Always show love. That's my man from Empire, played D Major.
Yeah.
And also in Contempt on BET.
Oh, and the other. Oh God, I don't want to mess up his name. Because he put the actual pronunciation on his Instagram. I'm gonna go to it first, but the guy who was in Power, Gayavid.
Yeah. I'll find out his name.
Don't hate me because is
Dude that got killed in Power was there. Yeah, he
Stupid.
Yeah, he was there.
Power. Yeah, he was.
The dude
there.
that got shot in Power. What's up?
Mario Van Peebles.
Yeah.
Very
Salute.
gracious,
Love that guy.
Yeah.
humble
Sweet
cat,
guy, man.
down to earth brother. It was great to see him,
He's
and I met
royalty.
him years ago.
Him and his father.
when we both was much years ago, and his father is cool cat too, whatever. But I happened to see him last night. It was good to see the brother and catch a quick flick,
no doubt,
and everything. So
Love
salute to Mario Van Peebles. We're gonna take this call. Caller from the 404. State your name where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning Show.
It's Kaz. How you doing?
Kaz, what's good, man?
Hey, Kaz.
What's up?
Hey, how you know, sweetie? That guy deserved to get a chin check. He lucky that's all he got because first of all, North brothers would have chin checked him as soon as he was slip. It would have been over. You know, to the stomp thing.
Yeah, we would have knocked him out for sure.
Yep.
That's the truth.
He got up easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
No,
I agree.
No doubt, Kaz. I agree. Hold on, Kaz. Caller from the 908. State your name. Where you calling from?
This is Pam, calling from Florida.
Pam, welcome to the show. Florida on the check-in. Now, tell us about tell us about what's going on, Pam. It's good to hear your voice too. Tell us what's going on out there in Florida, man. Why is it a mess?
It's on alert. All of us are on alert out here. When the Stand Your Ground law came out,
yes, ma'am.
A lot of African Americans were. We knew exactly what it was. We tried to protest. Did a lot of stuff here that's not catching the media's attention, and it's not working. It's more of the people up north that are coming in and making a change. But the mindset of a lot of Floridians,
right?
They just want to conform. It's different out here.
Wow.
It's not good. It's not good.
Is the atmosphere? Is African Americans out there like walking around nervous, like fearing, like their life, like they say the wrong thing, do a wrong thing, somebody may pull out a gun and shoot them? Is there a sense of fear in the air or no?
It's a sense of fear. We're complying, but everything that we're doing, it's not making a difference. You guys, I'm from Jersey,
yes,
so I'm
ma'am.
hearing both sides. And there's a lot of things that's not getting in the media. I mean, they're filtering the information. We have our young kids going out. They're complying, and they're still getting shot, harassed. It's a lot of things going on. And I mean, we're doing and we're trying to make a difference, but it's just not getting out there.
Wow.
Hey, Pam, my mother is from Georgia. I just went on vacation down there. And I just wanted to reiterate, all joking aside, that culturally is different, right? So being from up north, to expressing ourselves, dare I say, we may even come off as a little aggressive. Brothers, sisters within the sound of my voice, when you go down south, the entire milieu is different in that they don't speak out. You understand? I'm not blaming them. I'm just illustrating the difference. Pam just said that the people that are at the tip of the spear of the interaction to try to stop this thing are people from north. When you go down past that Mason-Dixon line, brother, being black is an entirely different thing. And even though the blacks are quieter and more compliant, we still disproportionately get killed. You understand what I'm saying? And this is something that I'm glad that Pam is saying, because it can't just be angry black Dawood. We have to recognize in this country
right
that racism exists even when you're compliant and and don't say nothing and we all voted for Trump and blah 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 blah.
I got a question for Pam.
That's true. Yes.
I got a question for Pam.
Okay.
Do you think that law, 'cause this is the first time I've heard about that law, right? But do you think that's giving white people more power to brand out to shoot black people?
Yes, definitely. When the law came out, at that time, my husband was alive, and we knew it. I mean, he's intimidating, by his looks.
Right.
So I was telling him, he still had an up north, attitude.
Yes,
It's like, look, I don't have to listen. I don't have to do this. And I was like, look, we don't get to tell those stories, after you're dead. We don't get to say how it went down until only thing that the media hears is that, he was aggressive or,
yes.
I mean, we got people getting shot every day, just on the road. You know, they're looking for reasons, and I don't even know what you need to do anymore because the laws. I mean, it's a right to work state.
Right.
So we're dealing with you can come in work with blue on, and they can tell you the color of the day is red, and they can let you go.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Wow,
that's crazy. The mindset is totally different. You can't really explain it. You have to be here in Florida, trying to figure it out.
So, do you think once the ratios come in, how many people getting shot and killed, like black versus white versus, let's say, Puerto Rican? That's when they've changed that law.
The only time they start really marching and paying attention is when it's one of their own. When the young man killed all those kids in school, yeah, they had a lot. They went all the way to the White House. So our stories are not getting told. We got our young men dying in the street almost every day. And these are educated young men. These aren't men out there, you know, causing harm. They're educated young men. And just because of the color of their skin, they're being targeted. They're being marked, harassed. It's a lot.
So we've been hunted.
Yeah.
We're being hunted down there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, so...
And it's getting to the point that, you know, with this whole Trump thing, it's getting to the point that they feel as though they have a right. I mean, we see Confederate flags flying out. It's a lot of us that will actually take charge and go snatch a flag down, but then you're actually giving them the right to bear arms against you.
So that's wow. That's something else because they make it a law to hunt black people down there. So that's something else. I can't believe it.
So if you retaliate, then you get shot, and they can actually say, you know, I was in fear of my life. He jumped in my truck and snatched my flag, and I thought he was going to come after me, and that gives them the right to shoot.
You know what? You know what, Pam? It's funny because like how you said, you know, a lot of up north is coming down there, whatever like that. And my whole thing that has to be like a culture shock because I'm from Plainfield, so I know if I came to move in Florida,
I'm from Plainfield. I'm from Plainfield.
Yes, it would be like a culture shock to me, you know, to be treated a certain way and you know to have to, like you said, you know, you're compliant to whatever, and you know how we get down here in Plainfield. It's like we going to roll the way we want to roll. And that's just how it is. And down there, they're not having it. And I see all the time. There's a lot of stories we don't hear in the news of things that go on down there and lies and the system just writing it off like, okay, another life lost because they didn't obey the law. You know, and
yeah, I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I'll tell you about the women. We go through it too. It's not as portrayed in the media, but if we even, you know, heighten our voice and say something, they feel as though they have the right to, may not shoot us, but I've had somebody actually said, well, who do you work for? And I was like, this is not a plantation. And it's like, she was serious. Who do you work for? I was like, really?
Wow.
So it's
Guys, we
you know, where I live, it's tough because I did not know where I lived had a serious history. And right there by the public, I think it's the town hall, there's a hanging tree.
Oh, wow.
And you don't even have to know what happened there. When you go and you look at when you look at this tree, you feel it. Right. You don't even have to know the story. You can just feel it.
Let me ask you, what part of Florida you live in?
Spring Hill.
Gray Hills?
Spring Hill. It's north of Tampa.
Okay, Spring Hill. I'm writing that down right now so I won't go there.
Do not fly over there. Fly
so
over
I won't visit.
Guys, we thank you for your call.
I'm going there. I'm going to burn that tree down.
And we thank you for your call.
No, I tried to do a candle lighting ceremony. And my uncle said, girl, if you don't get from down there.
Luck, beautiful people. We want to thank y'all for calling in.
Respect.
And everything. Keep on listening to the show because we about to hit them with something. All right?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No doubt. Peace. Shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. Man Cave Morning Show. We talking about various different things.
I know we're about to switch gears, but as someone with family in Macon, Georgia.
Ooh, Macon.
Cordele, Georgia. My mom's lives in Peachtree City. My best friend, Paul Williams, that calls it all the time, he lives in Jacksonville. Before we move on, I just want to say,
right,
you can feel it in the air, right? You can feel the difference in the environment and the attitude and the way you're treated. Your skin really is threatening to them. And it's not that I'm a coward, not that I'm not who I am, but I have family that always debriefs me, right? Dawu, sit your ass down.
Right.
Calm down. And I literally have to acclimate. You yourself, Norma's like, oh, he's back. Like,
right.
Even when I call from down there, like my attitude had to adjust because my outspoken opinion is either that or my life.
Right.
I think I'm gonna be quiet. So I just wanted to just illustrate that it's a different thing down south for us, and that these laws, these racist laws, I agree with Kaz, are on the books so that they can continue to kill us.
But it's a form of control too.
That's exactly what Juanita just said. She said the South was to stay the same, and they're changing the laws to do so.
Exactly.
You gotta be very careful. It's true. It's almost like we're going backwards.
We are going backwards.
It's not almost. We are going backwards.
Now, Lioness said, I've seen Lucretia said, I know it's easier said than done, but have you thought about relocating? You know what? That came to my mind too. Like, what's the reason why you don't want to move from there? And you know it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you walk past this tree or whatever, or you drive past this tree every day that you know what happened on that tree or whatever, and the climate is still sort of similar, you know what I'm saying, in a negative light when it comes to African Americans. So why aren't you moving, you know, say, you know what, I ain't rocking with this. Let me go somewhere where I don't really have to watch my back all the time.
No disrespect to nobody.
Right.
Look, if you take a wild stallion that been born in the wild, and then you try to put a saddle on him, that horse is not. So what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to disrespect anyone.
Right.
We are so indoctrinated into the way that we think and the way that we do business. Sometimes when you put people like us like that, it creates a lot of trauma because they are just raised in a different fashion. Racism is palpable. Like, you know, you can straight get popped down there for nothing. I know as much as we scream and we yell up here, take your ass down south and see what happens. So when you're saying, why don't we relocate? It literally is a matter of life and death. If you cannot culturally assimilate to the way that they do business down there, your ass will get shot. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, Florida used to always be someplace where I always said I was going to, like, just move to.
And so when my family be like, why are you still up north? Why? Look, my whole family is down south. And they're like, why are you up there by yourself? You got family down there. A large part of that is, can I make that cultural shift? Just saying.
No doubt. And shout out to everybody on check-in. Let me read some quick comments. Boom, 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 boom. Shout out to Dee Dee Graham. She just joined. Ingrid Judge just joined on the FB platform. We're gonna transition, bro.
Yes, sir.
Because I need to. Maybe I need to ask. No, maybe I need to ask myself this question. All right, and the question is for my topic. Let's go to it. Why some people will always stay broke? Why some people will always, you know that one person that every time sometimes you're around when you see him or whatever, or you run into him or whatever, it's like it's always, yo, can I get $5? Can I borrow $10?
No, you can't, you bum.
Or some people just live just enough to keep their lights on. Right. Exactly. just enough. So they never have anything extra. Right? So that's considered broke. They never have anything extra for any pleasure, to chill, to go out, nothing like that, because you know what? I just pushed the mark. I just paid my rent. I just paid my car note, and that's it. And I have nothing else. And they're always like that. They're never a cut above, you know what I'm saying? Whereas they have extra dollars for some leisure time, whatever like that. So why is that, bro? Why some people
where do you
always
want to
just stay broke?
Where do you want to take this from? I mean, because
we go a lot of places. You know I got some facts.
Okay, I know you do. But before you get into that, a vast majority of Americans really do live paycheck to paycheck. I'm just telling you. So if we're talking about you know, an irresponsible person, a bum, right, that doesn't take accountability for their life, we can steer the conversation that way, right? But there's a large majority of people that don't have $5,000 in the bank. There's a lot of Americans in this climate where the 1%, you know, control, like, I don't know, 70% of the world, whatever the numbers are, right? So if you which milieu do you want to take it from? That's what I guess what I'm saying.
But see, no, but we can go there, and what I mean by that is, like, you know, there's some people that always stay broke to the point to where it's, you know, they can't even. I want to buy them chocolate chip cookies right there. I can't because I gotta pay my rent tomorrow, you know, or I can't because I gotta pay my car note. I can't even get those cookies or whatever like that. Like, why do we set ourselves up like that? And listen, I'm saying I could be guilty of it. You know, whoever listening could be guilty of it, but we need to address it because sometimes we don't recognize what we're doing to ourselves.
I agree.
You know, why we stay broke. And so we're going to address some of those issues. And y'all put them in the chat. Y'all could call in too. Why y'all feel some people will always stay broke. So it's based, to me, it's based on a lot of the habits.
Okay.
You know, our habits. So let's talk about it. You know, I'm going to rock out with this because I saw this and I said, wow, I could relate. And it made me think about me.
Of course.
5 reasons you will always be broke.
I'm gonna hit number 1.
Here go 1. Let's go.
Your spouse is out of control. I've seen this time and time again. A non-working wife decides that she needs to fill her empty day with spending their money on anything and everything that looks remotely interesting. Okay, this is a little extreme, but having a spouse that is out of touch with the family finances and reality is very difficult to manage. If both partners are not on the same page with the money, things can and usually do get very ugly.
Okay. Key line I like. If both partners are not on the same page with the money, things can and usually do get very ugly.
I see the direction that General is going in. That's absolutely 1,000% right. I just have to leave it at that. I don't want to tell no stories, but when one spouse is working and the other spouse has a sense of entitlement, doesn't understand the value of money, how hard it is to come by, or they place value in trivial stuff like, if I gotta pay the car note and you want a real Gucci bag instead of a knockoff, then we got problems. And we know that there are members of our community that place value in stupid stuff over what's important.
Right.
That could be a problem.
No doubt. No doubt. So we agreeing.
1,000 million %.
Number 1.
Many marriages break up over that.
Oh yeah.
Number 2. All right.
Okay. You're in denial?
You're in denial. Damn.
Millions of people reside here. This is where you refuse to accept that you need to take a serious look at your financial picture. Doing so means you might actually have to stop spending and do without the things that your cool neighbor has. Who wants to do that?
See, and that's the thing. You're looking at what everybody else got. And
yeah.
I see a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, such and such, yo, they just got the pool in the backyard, and they got the new patio, whatever, and they can have pool parties now, whatever like that. You know, I'm gonna get a pool, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna get a pool. Meanwhile,
you can't swim.
No.
You can't even swim.
Meanwhile,
a lot of people have pools that can't even swim.
The electric bill's not paid. Meanwhile, you got repairs on the house, you know, that you need taken care of, critical ones. Meanwhile, you got this, you got that, whatever like that. You don't properly prioritize things, and that's the key to why people always stay broke. You don't properly prioritize things like what's more important. All right, are we spending thousands and thousands of dollars on this pool? We need to get the car fixed so we can get around. And do we need to get the leaky roof fixed, or do we need to get the floor fixed or whatever like that before it caves in, or whatever the case may be? You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't properly prioritize things or whatever. We just, you know, frivolous things. Hey, I want to party, I want to drink, I want to do this. That's priority over what you really should be taking.
Then I think that we really realistically need to address being immature and materialistic. The inability to delay gratification is childlike. Okay. Number 2, in our community, we are definitely materialistic because I've seen, you know, literally every type of foreign. I've seen Maseratis, you know, in the projects. Where so what you're looking at is someone with a $75,000, $100,000, $150,000 car and no home, no mortgage, no property, whatever. That's number one. Number two, peer pressure. You driving that, you wearing this. How come you don't? And so let's be honest. Let's cut the crap. Let's cut the crap. When someone puts their mouth on what you drive or what you wear, how do you deal with that? Let's keep it real.
Right.
You driving that, you don't got no car, you don't have this. Black people are good for that type of stupidity. Tell me I'm wrong. So if you're not mature and spiritually grounded and don't know what's valuable, you'll continually be a consumer. You'll continually be a slave. And it's our mindset. We have to change how we think about stuff because, again, Norm, in conclusion, you own a car but no property. You own a car, you own a Gucci belt but no business. And that's how we are as a people.
Why is that?
And we're sick. And I said it. Oh, you want to know why that is? Oh, my God.
And I'm going to read your comments. Shout out to Suzette.
We can go there if you
I'm about to read your. Let me read this comment. Suzette said, let me get it. Some people have a closed mind and need to recognize the frivolous spending instead of purchasing that designer bag or Jordans. Put that money and invest. Exactly. Buy 1 or 2 shares at a time. I myself struggled a long time purchasing what I want when I want because of my past life. Discipline is key. And a lot of us, Susie, Q, don't have that discipline. Trust me. A lot of us don't have that discipline. And it's hard to sometimes, especially when you're coming from one situation.
Right.
And, I look at people too, man, like when people come together, become a couple and they get married, whatever like that. When you single, you doing whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here like I'm living the life, I'm living my best life, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you spending here, you partying here, you buying this, you taking this trip here, you doing that, you know what I'm saying? You hanging out with the boys or whatever and just blowing money. But then when you decide to get together with somebody, you become as one,
Good.
whatever, you have to think differently. You have to think differently. And if you pooling your finances together or whatever like that, whether this one got 70% of it or 60% of it, and this one got 40% of it, whatever, and you pulling things together, you have to make a plan. You have to make a better plan of budgeting your money. Now, that word right there alone scares people. Budget. What? I'm used to just buying this. I'm used to just buying that when I want it. No, we got a budget now.
Right.
Let's look at what we're dealing with. All right, so we're dealing with a home, we're dealing with car, we're dealing with this, we're dealing with that, maintenance on things to keep it up, the basics. We may have some health issues, whatever. We dealing with the fact that we don't have nothing in the bank, so if it starts raining, we have a rainy day, we're gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do you prepare for that, and how do you change those habits?
Okay, so some of us in our community deal with our mental illness. And we know that African Americans are mentally ill. I said it through retail therapy. They deal with their depression and guilt and dealing with racism and is that when they buy something, they get a good feeling about it. Go to the hood right now, into the ghetto where everybody's poor. Trust me, go to that school. Every one of them got a pair of $200 sneakers on, and every one of them have $1,000 cell phone. But refuse to practice cooperative economics, number one. Number two, sugar daddy get out of his Maserati, but he don't got no teeth in his mouth because he doesn't have a dental plan, and he got diabetes. Don't take it. Living in a food desert, eating all type of crappy food, but got on $1,000 belt, and then look at me with my little what I got on and laugh at me. Now, I feel sorry for them now because I'm a grown ass man. Whereas before, I'ma keep it. Let's keep it real. I will get angry. I will we all know that I'm angry, man. Lash out because when I was coming up, if you didn't have that, you couldn't talk to us. You follow what I'm saying? But I see the larger picture because I grew up.
Yo. You hit it right on the head, bro.
Let's talk for real, bro. Let's really talk,
and look,
sisters.
I'm going to jump right on your back with what you just said. You know when I realized I grew up as far as the way I spend it and everything, because I used to be that dude, got to match, got to this, got to have the latest this, whatever, right? When me and Sandy, we was going on vacation, right? And we walked in, and it's funny. Actually, she kind of broke me into that. We was going on vacation, so I'm figuring like, yo, I gotta get this. When I go on, I gotta get these type pants. I gotta get these type shoes, whatever like that. And I watched her. I said, damn, she buying some $10 slip-ons.
That's right.
For vacation, whatever like that. And I started seeing these sneakers, right? I was like, these little boat shoes, whatever. I ain't never wearing no little boat shoes. Never. right? They were like $12 from Walmart. I bought them joints, matched them with some shorts that I saw for $7 and whatever like that. My whole vacation outfit, my whole vacation gear came to about $67.
Bruh.
But you know what's crazy? Like, I look at people that go on vacation, right? I know a few people that go on vacation, and right away the first thing is what you just said. They want to go shopping. I want to buy these shoes, these sneakers, these shirts, pair of jeans, shorts, whatever. And 9 times out of 10, you spending all that money to buy shit that you're not even going to wear. You're going on vacation to sit on a resort and lay on the beach with no shirt on anyway. So what was the point? 85 shirts and bring in 35 pairs of sneakers and 4 pairs of shoes when you're not even going to wear none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go in your closet, pick out a couple of things, roll up, throw in your bag, and call it a day. People spend frivolously for no damn reason, and I don't understand. I don't get it. You don't got it.
Real quick. I'm going to read some comments. Shout out to Robert Parham on the check-in. So we've been conditioned to compete against each other.
Yep.
True indeed.
And even with ourselves.
Norman Barron said, my riches are higher than my financial status. Therefore, I'm never broke. Okay. DT said, it's hard out here for a pimp. Hustle and flow. Saying, Daryl D-Mac McDaniel said, people want things they can't afford. Their goal is to get that car that costs a fortune to maintain
their self-esteem.
And they're already struggling.
Right.
We like to wear our money.
Okay. So let me Suzette Crawford.
Go ahead.
True, Robert Parham. People are conditioned to compete. We can't live in the same household to help another like other nationalities.
Wow. Because you know what? We think people going to look down on us. Look at all of them shacking up in that same house, blah, 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 blah. They acting like, I've heard that before. People diss Mexicans,
like Mexicans
and Indians and whatever. They do that. But you know what? They pulling their money together for something bigger.
I got to go back to the conversation we had on Wednesday when we were talking about being exposed to other cultures. Let me tell you what, when I word rich, when I changed my environment and was with my Caucasian brothers and sisters, doctors, lawyers, going on business outings, whatever. Let me tell you what they do. Rich people, rich white folks do. They got a pair of moccasins on. Tell me if I'm wrong.
You're right.
A pair of shorts.
You're right.
And a t-shirt. Look. They got one suit. So when they got a and they got a carry-on bag. And they go. On the other hand, here come black people. Matching Gucci luggage and Nikes out the behind and at the TSA thing, taking off their belt and their shoes and their hat and they this and they that and other. And I'm saying to myself, okay, this man is worth $1 million.
Right.
This man is worth 1,000,000 cents. And so when I started to travel with professors and lawyers and doctors and started to see how they really, really rolled, you're absolutely right. They get that $12 pair of shoes because what did kids say? You're going to take your shirt off anyway.
Right.
You're going to a hot environment anyway.
Right.
But when you're talking about trying to satiate our depression, right? Because the reason that we like to do that is because we feel that our esteem is wrapped up in the way that we look, not in how we are. We think that we're our body, whereas other people know that they're not their bodies, they're their mind. But for us, as being chattel slaves, property, we have a mindset that we are a possession. That's why having possessions is so important to black and brown people, because we still, in our mind and our heart, think we are possessions, not as people. That's why we get so hung up on the cell phone and the Nike. Who the hell need a pair of $200 sneakers? Nobody.
Yo, you know what?
Negroes do.
And the crazy thing about it, we put each other down for what we don't have.
And none of us got nothing.
Yo, we put each other down for what we don't have. You know what? Somebody used to tease me about my cell phone. Not the fact that it never stayed charged, nothing like that. I'm talking about. Used to tease me about it. This is when I had the flip, right? And when I think about it, guess what? The flip phone I had worked better than any damn phone I ever had. When I really look at it today. Right. Because the whole purpose of a phone is what? To what? Communicate.
Exactly.
That's the real purpose of the phone. If I can hear you clearly, and you can hear me clearly, and I can call you when I need something, blah, blah, blah. That's it. And we took it to a whole other level. Now people are paying $1,500 for a cell phone, $1,200, $1,000 for a cell phone. Come on, my oldest brother, still has a flip phone that he paid for like $49 for. Still to this day.
And that's called the trap phone nowadays.
Yeah, still to this day.
To follow your point, what are we on now? Cause iPhone 10. Is that what it's up to?
I don't even know.
Okay, it's a 10, right?
I think it's a 10.
Do me a favor. Tell me what the does that you really utilize that the 9 don't, or the 8
or the 8 or the 7.
So
for real.
Here's what's incredible.
We got brainwashed.
Here's what's incredible, Kiss. They sell us the exact same phone, but say, oh, the screen's a little bigger. Look. It got this programs that we never, right? Or the computers or whatever. They selling us the same thing over and over and over again because they know we're so stupid to know that this phone does exactly what the last phone does. Why? But let's be real. Because we're property.
Right.
We're not people. That's why we do what we do. We're very damaged folk.
No doubt. Let's read some comments. To Sandy B said, let me go back to Alicia Mitchell. Let's know.
I like what Daryl said.
D-Max said, go ahead.
I don't have a lot of money, and therefore I will never spend $100 on a pair of sneakers.
Me neither, bro.
Never.
Marshalls, TJ Maxx.
Me neither. Pamela Swain said, some would choose fashion over comfort. Alicia Mitchell.
32 years in the marriage, 34 together. Our pride, ego, and so-called status will keep you broke. You have to sacrifice in order to be financially stable.
Pride, ego, and so-called status will keep you broke. And then Sandy B said, exactly.
Keith said, just sits in the suitcase.
What's it? Just sits. I missed that one.
When I was talking about people spend too much money on all these clothes and you're not even gonna wear this shit.
Yeah, no doubt. Juanita said, trying to keep up with the Joneses has always kept you broke. Woo hit it. Immaturity and materialistic. Our mindset is jacked up. When you decide to grow up, that's when you realize you're broke. Then you hustling at the age you should be retired.
Retirement, financial stability. Black people can't spell those words.
She said, my husband said people that have money and worked hard for it is not trying to prove it to everybody.
Yeah, and that's it. And one of the things, you know what?
Absolutely.
I remember Russell Simmons when he was when he first really became a millionaire, right? And I used to see him every now and then on the train. And dude being some regular sneakers, right? Simple
and
shirt,
yoga pants,
little jeans, whatever. Sometimes a little jean with the hole in it, or whatever like that. Just very basic. And people be like, "Yo,
you look at Bill Gates.
He Russell Simmons. Why he riding the train? Yo, he Russell Simmons. Why he doing this? Why he look like that?" Because we got in our mind that we have to walk around in $300, $400 shoes. We have to have $200 pants. We have to have this. We have to have this certain look or whatever like that. But who was the look for? And who you trying to impress?
Right.
I've seen so many people go broke over trying to impress other people. I see it all the time, especially in this business. I see it a lot in this business. Going broke. Don't have a pot to piss in.
This business is predicated upon low self-esteem.
Trying to impress other people.
Didi.
Okay, Didi Graham said, I'm sorry.
No, keep going.
Okay.
She said something else.
Yeah, I missed Didi's comment. Let's read that right here.
Females always look me up and down, shake a few trends, but keep basics that will last and can change up.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Didi, you always kept it together. DT said, I say I'm broke because I have to make sure I will be able to survive and need to make my future safe. Keyword, future.
Yeah.
Too much greed to be happy. It's hard out here for a pimp. you still on that.
You know. Let's. I gotta go even deeper. I really do. Forgive me. See, when you get a check at the first of the month, you get you some food stamps. Your mindset is tomorrow's not promised to you, so you spend all your stamps in one day. Boom. You spend all your money in one day, and at the end of the month, you scrimping inside.
Right.
So that mindset in large areas of our community and our diaspora has been imprinted on us to keep us permanently. Listen. We don't practice cooperative economics. I say this all the time. Brothers, whatever you spending on them Timberlands, sister, whatever you spending on that weave, if you were to take that money, form a cooperative to buy property, then you will have influence, because in America, ownership and money is power.
Right.
We can't stand in the same room together, much less I give Norm money. I give Norm $50 and Kiss give Norm $50. You think I'm going to trust Norm to go do the right thing?
I'm going to Fridays.
Right. you dig what I'm saying?
Right.
All right.
I can't do it. Just don't buy no
We're sick and getting sicker.
Yeah.
No
what
doubt.
can I tell you?
No doubt. And I'm going to keep 100. I had great examples growing up. Like, I watched my mother and father, and regardless, man, that's when I saw real togetherness. You know what I'm saying? Like, just how they made things happen out of nothing. I'm like, God damn, how they do that?
Speak on it.
And how they afford it. Like, every time if something broke, whatever, they had something to go fix it. If something happened here, whatever, they pulled money. I said, where the hell are they pulling money out of? You know what I'm saying? And it was like, they just always made something happen. Even Christmas time with our little ungrateful asses, because me and my brother was so ungrateful.
Ingrates.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we expected this, we expected that. My father was working hard at Allied Moving Company. My mother at the time was at what's the television, RCA. She worked for RCA for years and whatever, and did whatever. And they just made it happen. You know what I'm saying? They made things happen. They worked together. You know what I'm saying? My mother made more money than Pops, you know, but they worked together, and that's something they didn't fight over. One thing they didn't argue over was money. They just made it happen.
I was raised by my grandparents. What's incredible to me is that they amassed land in a time when they were not allowed to vote. So now here come me and my rusty butt cousins. You know the type that need to get bailed out. Who bailed them out? No, we gonna talk. Who bailed them out? Grandma. Grandma always had. And when I said that I went down south, where did I go down south to? Land. My family had property and land. Fast forward to 2018. Oh, it's not just me. We're going to really, really talk. What happened to everything that we amassed? Our land. Let's talk about it. And our property. Or the way Norm's parents came together and had it in 8 cents. Never went to a business school. Didn't know what investments was. Never sold a drug a day in their life. They wasn't spending inward. They wasn't spending. But yet, they had the acumen to save, to get property, get land. You know what happened? Grandma and grandpa died. Listen now. We sold the house. Everybody got 20 grand, brought a new car. Let's talk, black people. And what happened to the land? Disappeared.
Yo.
And now people from other countries like China, etc., going over to Africa right now, buying up Nigeria.
Right.
Whereas African Americans have $1 billion economy. Do African Americans buy up Africa? Wait. Do African Americans buy down south? Do Americans? You know who buying everything now? Chinese.
Yeah.
Hey.
Shout out to Phyllis Woodbury. She said, Norm, back then family worked together. Keyword. Yeah, and that's the whole thing, man. We talking about if you just joined us, we're talking about why some people will always stay broke. And go back to our little list here. We're gonna go to what, number
3.
All right, number 3 is no budget.
It was supposed to be You a Dreamer.
Is it? Okay, well right now we on you have no budget. Okay. So budgeting is a word that strikes fear into our hearts and sends us running for the bills. Why? Because it's absolutely boring, limiting, humbling, and at times depressing. At work, I have no problem building Excel spreadsheets and PowerPoint presentations all day. Still, I hate doing a budget. Now imagine the regular person who has no financial background and doesn't even know that what Microsoft Office is. Are they going to budget? Think not. Calculators and graph paper don't have a ton of apparel. Okay, all that to say, you have no budget. You're not making no plan for yourself to properly use your money, your finances. And that happens a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Like, when's the last time you put a budget together for yourself? When's the last time I put a budget together for myself, right? I tested myself and I failed. All right. So the past couple of months I've been walking around purposely, right? No matter what other money, what I've been doing with cards, my credit cards or debit cards or whatever the case may be. I tested myself. I kept $200, two $100 bills in my wallet. I said, let me test my damn self, right? And for a minute, I was doing good. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife would see me open my wallet and do everything. Yo, where'd you get that from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, $200, I'd be like, holding on to it. Right? Things come up. We do a show, whatever. You know, a lot of times, sometimes we do shows, late night shows. We get a little sip, we get hungry, blah, 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 blah. So I was trying to use my card here and there and this and this and that. Something, I just went in one store and I knew it.
It was over.
Once you break
that
$100
it's
bill,
gone.
Oh hell yeah, it's done.
it's a wrap.
It's done.
You
That
break
should be
100,
gone in an
it's
hour.
gone.
And I'm felt and I'm mad and I want to
That's
kick myself
so
in the
true.
butt. And I'm like, sheesh, this is why I ain't got nothing for a rainy day. So I realized, and this is transparency. So don't think I'm trying to point at anybody but myself. This is transparency. I said, damn, okay, what do I like to do? I looked at all the things I like to do. I like to step out and go out and eat. I like to treat my friends.
You do.
I like to get my little drink on and buy my sip, whatever like that. And I got a certain little taste, you know. My little broke ass got a certain little bougie ass taste,
Right.
You know, and that's the
can't
thing.
afford.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Champagne taste with beer money.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, boom, I'm buying this with the tequila and this and that, whatever. Like, here, have some.
Right.
And then I see 900 go.
Yeah,
Whoop.
for real.
$90.
100 is done.
$70.
As soon as you break it, you might as well burn it.
$55.
Yep.
Whoop. $35.
Whoop. 12. Look, gas money, 0.
Whoop.
Fact.
Gas money, 0.
Whoop.
Meanwhile, you
Whoop,
stuck
can
at
I
the
borrow
bar.
$5?
Right.
You stuck at the bar. You can't go home.
Bruh.
And this is what happens. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That once you break that, it's a wrap, man. You might as well just-
In the interest of transparency, before we get out of here, I know that my immaturity dictated that while I was married, my wife handled all the bills. When I say all the bills, I mean all of it. Look, the stress, the strain, the pressure. You know what I used to do? I used to yell at her, right, about how she handled the bills. But was I handling the bill? No.
Right.
Was I taking responsibility? No. So now I got to keep it 100. So when she went to go buy herself a bag to make her feel better, and I call her all kind of names. You know the names I used to use on the show every day.
Oh, Lord. Strumpet.
Right? All those type of names and all that type of stuff. It never occurred to me that I was contributing to that. Right. Fast forward to, we know I'm no longer with my wife. Look, and I'm in a rooming house instead of an apartment. Why? No, let's talk. Why? Because I was just a big, look, we had 2 kids, and then my wife had 4 because I was 2 kids. So when we think about a budget, I do budget now.
Right.
I do have to be like, wait a minute, hold on. I always got my bills in my head and whatever. But since this is the Man Cave Morning Show, I know that my idea was to work more overtime, but it seemed like I was just throwing my money into an empty pit because Kiss was always taking care of it. And listen, in the stress and the strain of, okay, the light's about to get cut off.
Right.
But then I'm like, how come I can't watch the game? Because the cable go, Kiss did not give me that money, but I'm not taking no responsibility. That's just me, though. I know that's just me.
Look, man.
Y'all can't relate.
Some people live their life with this philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Once you die, you can't take it with you, so you might as well spend it when you get it.
A black person said that.
No doubt. Let's take this call. Caller from the 518. State your name when you're calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Peace, Stone. Mind right checking in. What's good?
Mind right. What's good,
Am I
man?
clear?
Hey,
Yeah, you very clear, bro. We love your phone.
Must be on the Obama phone.
Yeah. Nah, I just wanted to check in with y'all and really just give y'all props because I was touching on. I really just tuned in like 15 minutes ago, but y'all touching on some real serious topics right now. What my man was talking about. I mean, just how to stop being broke. Period. But the whole thing about what we do with our property, how we let other coaches get the property out of our house instead of building our portfolios.
Right.
how other coaches getting all our money, who's buying up Africa. Like, these are things that I hope that, you know, we could build on in the future, more specifically.
No doubt. No, you hitting it on the head, man. And that's why I definitely wanted to talk about this on the Man Cave Morning Show, because a lot of times we don't know that we have bad habits until it's addressed and other people point them out, you know, sometimes, you know, and then sometimes it makes you look in the mirror and be like, you know what, I got to change the way I'm doing things. Right. You know, like my situation is not getting no better because of how I'm handling it, or I have a lack of discipline. You know what I'm saying? So like in my case, trust me, you know, once you aware of the problem, you know, like they say with anything, right? Once you're aware of the problem, then that's the first step in trying to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So that's like what I'm doing, like with me in my situation. That's why I gave the example of the $200, the $200 bills or whatever like that. I tested myself and I failed the test. So now I know the next. I'm keeping it real, yo, my.
Yeah, we do it all the time, though. No, you know that. I mean, we try our best, but you know, as long as I look at it like this. I try not to make the same mistakes over and over. And if I could just look back and see that, you know, I don't do it like that, you know, like I used to,
right?
Then I know we moving forward. But we gotta seek the information to learn how to do better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's why it's so important, like what y'all doing with the show and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna just hang up and tune in.
No doubt. Salute. What platform you watching this on? FB?
Nah, I'm on YouTube. For some reason, I can't get Facebook. I can't get the live broadcast on Facebook.
Facebook be bugging sometimes all the time, but YouTube's strong.
Yeah, YouTube is strong.
Yeah.
And Twitter, we on Twitter and Periscope too. So, shout out, man. Keep on checking in. We
maybe
appreciate you, bro.
Maybe I gotta go through the app because I be doing it with the browser. So
right.
Oh yeah, you probably better off with the app.
Oh no, yeah, no doubt, man. Well, thanks for checking in, fam. We appreciate you calling in.
All right, man.
So,
I'll let you.
All right, respect. So before we wrap up, make no mistake that this conversation is not germane to African Americans.
Right.
It also applies to Africans. Let me tell you why. The continent of Africa is getting strip mined for every resource on the planet. Now, if you're sitting on type of gold and diamonds and uranium and stuff like that, what do a lot of Africans do? They leave where they are to do what? To come here. Meanwhile, on the continent, the Chinese
hold up 1 second.
Meanwhile, on the continent, the Chinese are buying up a lot of property. Wait, but now let's look at what black people spend their money on.
Right.
We are a $1 billion economy, right? Instead of us literally going to buy what we own, we allow other people to buy, and all of our money leaves our community. Instead of like in the Jewish community, I think it's like 4, 5, 6 times it turns over. So it's not just, ask yourself, and it's no shame, but there's a schism between African Americans and Africans. These people are sitting on the mother lode,
right?
But they leave and colonize, take all the mineral resources, like for instance, what's in your cell phone comes strictly from Africa, gold, diamonds, or whatever, and they're over here in the country. Meanwhile, they are on the continent locking us out of what our birthright is.
Right.
Okay. Caller.
No doubt. Caller from the 315. State your name when you're calling from. You're on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Hey, it's Mike again from upstate New York.
Mike.
Hey, Mike.
What's good, man?
Mike?
Appreciate you calling in. What's
How
going
we doing?
on, bro? All right.
I know you guys are talking about why people are always broke, and I know I always kind of look at things from a bigger picture kind of side, and there's always, as individuals, we can always see all the little things that we're doing in our own bad habits, but me, as with all the stuff that I've read into over the years, I think there's a system that's built to keep us broke for a lot of reasons. But there's a lot of things that regardless of how much we as individuals might be able to save up, there are things that are working against us that no matter how much we're building up our own little amount of wealth, there's things that, I mean, the U.S. national debt is $21 trillion and growing.
Yes,
I mean, in the time that you started the phone call with me till now, the U.S. debt has risen by $10 million.
Yes.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, and the average taxpayer right now, because of that debt, owes $175,000.
Yes. Every person.
Regardless of who you are, if you have a Social Security number, that Social Security number means that you are property of the state, and
Yes,
therefore
it
you're
does.
collateral for that debt.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But no matter how much we do, our military is spending $700 billion a year, and in the last 20 years, they've lost $20 trillion. Trillion, not billion. Trillion dollars they've lost. And that government debt just continues to get worse. Unrelenting wars all over the world. We have one of the most overtaxed populations, and inflation costs are going up, but our wages aren't. And if you want to get a good wage at a good job, then you've got to go get yourself into hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt in college, and half of those college kids can't even pay that college debt.
Man, speak on it. Speak on it. And it's funny, man. First of all, I'm a little concerned, though, Mike. You hit a key number. You said the average American is $175,000 in debt.
Right.
That's exactly what I owe, bro. How you know that? It's exactly
Don't
what.
tell
what I
people
owe.
I'm psychic. I don't like
but no, see, I love how Mike thinks,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And just how he breaks things down. And the research is very important.
So, if I may, we're about the micro. Mike is about the macro, the larger picture. I always talk about the prison industrial complex, but what I don't talk about is the military industrial complex, the fact that we're an oligarchy and we are a capitalist society and not a democracy. So, in layman's term, that basically means a little bit of people got all the loot. And in particular, what he said was so key. Our military budget is incredibly bloated. And what did the brother say? There are parts of our military budget that just disappear. Like they'll take money.
The day before 9/11, Donald Rumsfeld announced $2.3 trillion lost.
Donald,
2016, they announced that they lost $10 trillion more on top of that. Our national GDP is only $20 trillion. Half of that in a year.
Mike is absolutely right when he says, listen to what he said. This is absolutely right because I do a little research as well. Trillions of dollars went missing. Look, and everybody said, look, okay. Well, number one. Number two, last thing, let's take the auto industry or whatever, right? When in America, when your company goes belly up, like I'm sure the guy that sold 8-track tapes, thought he was going to be in business forever.
Absolutely.
But the business failed. What do we do in America? We allow a failing business to get bailed out with our money instead of just letting the business die, right? Instead of letting the marketplace determine what is survives and what doesn't, they then take money from us to bail out. And then if you look in the prime mortgage crisis, which I'm sure Mike will get into as well, I want to just completely flip the show over.
Subprime mortgages.
The subprime mortgages
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they, bro.
I was a victim.
Listen. This country is at a tipping point. Now, we can fuss and fight over stupidity all we want.
Right.
But we're no longer soluble. We're no longer whole. Like, we can't keep doing what we're doing.
Right.
Matter of fact, we're already done. But, you know, we got flat screen TVs and hoes, and we don't think about nothing.
No doubt.
Yes.
Mike, we appreciate you calling. Mike, let me ask you a question, man. You ever thought about going into politics?
I have, but I feel like I'm a bit too honest for that trade.
We need that, though.
Should be a libertarian.
Yeah. We need that, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Should be a libertarian. Mike.
And I think Mike told
But
us
see,
his
that-
age. Like, what do you say, 20?
Yeah, he's young. Mike is young.
24.
I'll be 32 in this next month.
Oh, 32.
Still young compared to us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Look,
for real.
man. I say run, bro. We'll rock with you.
I'll vote for you, Mike.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
He's not, at least so he's not afraid to tell
Well,
the
I'm
truth.
too young to run for president. I still got a couple of years for that, but I'd run for president.
Wow, we got a baby in office now.
You too smart.
For
You
real.
too damn smart to be
He's still a
president.
fetus. the
Hey,
president
that is
brought
an
down.
insult to babies. Babies are much better than what we have nowadays.
My man, Mike. Bro, we appreciate you calling in, man. Have a
man.
great weekend,
Big
Mike.
Mike, respect.
Absolutely.
You too. Everybody stay safe.
You
All
too.
right.
Thanks,
See y'all
Mike.
soon.
Yeah, I love that brother.
Yeah.
man.
He's
Mike
so
is
He
Big
on
Mike.
it. No, he be. Look, and it's funny.
Big
knows what
Mike,
he's
the gold
talking about.
standard.
Let me read this comment that Didi listen, we have to better educate. We don't research. We don't look at the bigger
No,
picture.
we don't. We're
And,
micro.
and you know who said that? You know who actually said that
I
to
do,
me?
but go ahead and tell him. I know.
Dick Gregory.
Yep.
Said that to me
Yeah.
personally. Said it to me personally during our interview. He said we don't do our proper research. this is why we don't get ahead. This is why we get left behind, because we don't research properly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we have to get to the point, man, when we really start researching things. Let me read this comment.
Diddy Graham?
Where we at? Can Mike come to do a show on BKS1?
Right.
Well, I think Mike lives in upstate New York. But hey,
Mike does a show twice a week.
Exactly. When he calls in, it's the Mike segment.
Yep.
We give him a segment.
Give him a segment.
There you
Real
go.
talk.
When he call in,
That's true. Yeah.
there you
That'd
go,
be
right
dope.
there.
Yep.
That's the show.
Yep.
All right. So now, Dee Graham. What she say?
I am one of two. Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's jumping.
Everybody's
The comments are coming in.
Yeah,
Everybody
hold
got
on.
a comment. Switch it back.
1 second. Okay. She says, I am one of 2 black women in my office. I listen to these folks talk about all of the things in the office. I get good tips on stock, how to deal with stock, etc. Everything they're doing, they pull me in. I've learned plenty and will learn more because I practice the art of seduction.
I'm gonna read that again. Hold up.
School me, Dee.
How to deal with stockers and everything they are doing, they pull me in. I've learned plenty and will learn more because I practice the art of seduction.
That's a book, by the way.
Wow. Okay. Give me some stock tips.
And let's be honest. You know, our black people's financial literacy and financial IQ is
right.
negative 10,000. So
yeah, true
that's the
indeed.
truth.
Barb said, when we have powerhouse countries changing currencies, it's only a matter of time for the U.S.
Barb,
True
you're
indeed.
right. We're finished already, actually.
Yo, cryptocurrency right now,
Forget it.
and Bitcoins and all this, bro. We can go into that one day. One day, y'all need to know what's going on with that. What's really happening right now with the whole currency situation in our company and everything. But this is something that's been prophesized. I ain't gonna go there. It's a deeper thing. Juanita said I was just texting the same thing in reference to Mike, I guess.
If just as an aside before we leave, you look at Gaddafi was proposing the United States of Africa, in which he said he was going to get off of the petrodollar, which America is based on, and simply rely on the wealth that was on the continent. He was going to completely diverge from the Bilderberg banking group and Illuminati, and said, "Listen, Africa is going to come together with money based on the assets that we already had." You know what happened to him.
No doubt.
All right.
No doubt. And if you just join us, we're talking about why some people will always stay broke. And I'm rocking with Mike on that. The system is designed to keep us broke. Think about it, man.
Absolutely.
You know, think about it. The mortgages, how it's designed, the tax system. Come on.
Yeah, it's a joke.
The tax system is crazy. That's another part of the design for us to stay broke. You know what I'm saying? The salaries.
And also the fact that the Republicans set it up so that monopolies could exist, which is where you got like 2 corporations controlling everything, like where Disney is owned by ABC. You know what I mean? Where one group takes up everything and now can set the prices.
And
the Republicans did that.
Exactly. And how everything affects, it's like a trickle down effect. So in other words, if such and such has a flood in this state, gas prices going up the next day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen that crazy. It's such and such go on in this part of the land. We paying more for eggs. We paying more for milk or whatever. It's crazy. He hit it right on the head. The system is designed to keep us broke.
So people in Detroit and Michigan, to this day, in the United States of America, are drinking poison water. The people in Puerto Rico, which are where they're part of the United States, are dying. Okay,
Right.
but
Right.
yet our military budget, like Mike told you, can disappear trillions of dollars. So you're telling me that as a taxpayer, I don't have a right to clean water,
right?
Or have a right to. You remember when Donald Trump went to Puerto Rico and threw paper towels at people?
Right, right.
Our military budget is this bloated and this and that and the third. Is no longer tenable, and it's not going to survive the way it is. Just saying.
No doubt. And again, we're talking about 5 reasons you will always be broke. And what number are we on? I'm gonna go here, I think. Oh, you waste too much money.
This is surprisingly obvious, but you would be surprised at how few people actually track their discretionary spending. I know in your brain right now you're saying that the last point was budgeting. I'm not talking about that here. I'm talking about tracking. People don't think about the coffee and the bagel in the morning or the afternoon soda, the candy bar that they buy. Guess what? They will have spent around $1,700 a year on this stuff. The $1,700 that could have taken your family on a vacation. Start tracking every dime you spend and you will see the difference. Once you've tracked, you can budget. Without tracking, you have no idea what needs to be eliminated or limited in the first place. Wow.
Yep, I already know what needs to be eliminated.
Cheez-Its, no.
Now they can be, yeah. You take
Cheeses and
Cheez-Its
popcorn.
out my budget, popcorn out my budget.
And LITs.
And LITs and margaritas. Yeah, man.
Twinkies and apple pie.
That's probably
My
about
fat ass.
$2,400 a year.
Soda.
Yeah,
About $2,000 a year on that
change.
shit.
I'm gonna change my ways, man. For
No
real.
doubt.
Real
I
talk.
don't think they overspend on like that.
Real talk.
That's so crazy. I said I don't think maybe hair products, but I need
That's
that.
a business expense for you, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I have like a.
That's a business
a
expense.
thing.
I'm glad you don't.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm glad.
As a woman, shit,
That makes one of us.
I go almost a month and a half, 2 months without doing my nails, and then I'll end up doing them myself before I give it to a salon to do it.
Wow.
I don't pamper
But
myself as much as I.
That,
people think
all of
I
that
do.
is business expense for kids, though.
No doubt.
All of that she writes off.
So let's talk about, man, how not to be broke. We
Yes.
talking about all this, was making us broke.
Right.
So
Stupid.
here are 5 ways to avoid being broke. Talk with a professional.
Yeah.
All right.
This is not a solicitation to get your business or to endorse any service. Remember, I hate my job and don't really want to help you manage your money. However, I do recommend finding a certified financial planner, CFP, that can help you implement a comprehensive financial plan. Let's face it, most people are clueless when it comes to money.
Yes.
I have clients with $500K in cash that don't have any idea what a mutual fund is. It's not that they're stupid, they just never took the time to learn. On
Yes.
top of that, investing jargon is confusing and often intimidating.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Number 2, use cash only. Say what? Too many people
fall victim to thinking they can just use their credit card this one time and they'll pay it off when the bill comes. That one purchase turns into 2 and then into $40,000 in Visa and MasterCard credit. If you think you're smarter than that and are going to use your debit card instead, I've got news for you. It doesn't work either. You will end up spending and getting slammed with $35 overdrawn account fees and those annoying letters telling you about it. Budget out your needs for the month and use cash only. Use the envelope method to control spending. It's cheesy, but it works. Now, can I say something? I actually do that.
Okay.
That's
The
one I
envelope
do.
method?
I use cash. I don't
use cash.
Swear to God.
It's better.
I literally have an envelope like rent, car insurance. Like I literally gotta buy my baby some shoes this
Called
weekend.
the vieja
Yes.
vieja method.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes.
Yep.
Older
You know,
is
the
better.
little old ladies come out the bank and they have to pull it out. That's me.
Yes.
No doubt. Let's see. 3.
Your expenses.
Cut your expenses.
I'm not talking about canceling your power or living off of ramen noodles. I'm talking about things like limiting eating out, avoiding buying movie theater snacks, which I never do. A $5 candy bar, really. Reducing your TV cable stations from 800 to 200, and generally avoiding buying anything on impulse. It can be done. It sucks big time, but it can be done.
Let me tell you right now. That's funny. It said reducing your cable stations
You
from
just talking about that
800 to
yesterday.
200. Yep.
Why does
I'm
anyone
telling you right now.
go through cable?
Our bill went from close to $300 to now it's like maybe $100.
Yeah.
Maybe $100
Yes.
because cut all them channels out, and I went and got Gears TV, which is $20, $18.50 a month, whatever like that. Get all the channels. I'm gonna ride that boat. I'm gonna ride that car till the wheels fall off.
So listen, $50 for the modem from cable every month. Gears TV with your channels. Bye cable. So it is what it is.
There you go. Just
nobody should be spending that type of money.
reduce your plan just to internet.
Yeah, just get internet and rock out.
And get a Fire Stick.
That's right. What? And if you're from the hood, I'll leave it at that.
I'm telling you,
you
the
know
fire
what we do with
stick,
fire sticks, baby.
The fire
You know
stick
what
is
we
the
do with
truth.
fire
It
sticks.
really is.
Is the truth.
I got a fire stick and bro.
Yeah, everything on there.
So until the government shut that down,
till they start coming for the
Damn.
internet, which
You know,
they
once
are.
you do that, it's over.
Yeah.
Shouldn't even say anything.
yeah, I'm just keeping it 100.
yeah.
We online right now.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the fire stick, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just
No
cut
doubt.
your cable bill on the internet. Think about it. You can access everything on the internet anyway.
I know. So why would you spend $300?
Even TV. So I mean,
No,
why?
you know what I miss? DirecTV.
Do you?
But it was so expensive, and cable is DirecTV is a little better. Cable is like, no, I'm $100. I'm in $150. I'm in $200. I mean, like, it just kept going up. I had the same service. Then I ended up spending like $300 a month. I was like, bye.
Right. Let's see. Let's read some comments. Barb got some links for us. Let's see. Knowledge. Remember what we talked about yesterday. Exactly, Didi. Barb said more on the currency changes and swaps. So she put a link in there.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Bloomberg
Barb.
link.
Appreciate you. Didi Graham said, I bring breakfast, lunch, and snacks to work. Fruits, veggies. Now let's talk about spending
And
and obesity.
Oh. You right. You right.
Let's
Yep.
get deep now.
She
Go to
also-
your
yeah.
Go ahead.
Bank and get some financial education. I don't have any credit cards. Cut them up 8 years ago. Cash only.
Yeah, I don't got credit cards either.
I'm trying to get, as soon as I get them caught up, I'm done too. I'm just keep one for a rainy day.
You have to. You got a business.
Yeah, I've been wilding. I ain't gonna front, man. I've been wilding. I got to fall back. And then I got this Zounds addiction. In case y'all don't know what Zounds is where you can buy any type of studio equipment, DJ gear, whatever, and you get it. They'll send it to you the next day, but you're paying it off every month.
Right.
I got this addiction. As soon as I pay that off, it's a wrap.
Right.
It's a wrap. After I get that brand new turntable set. Nah.
Yo, I can't.
Let me read this comment.
Kathy Lewis.
Yes, Kathy Lewis.
She said they prefer the look at me.
Yes.
Show off, stay broke.
Show off, stay
Yep.
broke. Let's clap that.
Yo, I say that all the
Show offs,
time.
stay broke.
Nobody cares.
Yes.
Ladies love show offs though.
I don't.
Yo, how you?
Ladies love show offs.
How you riding around?
That's a turn off for me.
How you riding around in a $150,000 Mercedes Benz and you sleeping on a blow up mattress
all the time?
Hello.
Black people do that all day,
Come
every
on.
day.
That's a turn off.
Come on.
That's what black folks do.
No doubt. All right.
Bob also said you can always get a bank account without overdraft capabilities. That way you're not going into the negative. Cash is slowly being phased out.
Right.
It's even becoming apparent in locations like Walmart.
Yeah, they want to discourage you from using cash.
No doubt. Set up. Okay, we're talking about ways not to be broke. Set up automatic savings from your paycheck.
This is one of my favorites because we totally forget that we are saving. I, unfortunately, have never been a good saver. I'm fantastic at spending, but not so great at putting money away. Once you figure out exactly how much money you have going out each month, take a portion of the excess and have it taken out of your check and put into some form of savings vehicle. Also, put into something that is not only readily liquid. You will be much more likely to take it out and piss it away if it's sitting in cash in your bank. Buy a CD with early withdrawal penalty or a mutual fund with charges a fee if you sell it before a certain period. Perhaps this will deter spending. Don't use those account types for emergency funds. You can't get penalized for needing money when the furnace breaks.
No doubt. No doubt. And educate yourself. Many of the folks who struggle with their bills are not educated when it comes. I think Didi said that too. When it comes to finance,
Right.
people tend to bury their heads in the sand when the topic comes up. You cannot afford to do that anymore. Go find a book on personal finance and spend some time reading and understanding it. All right, you should at least know the basics. The more you understand about money, saving, investing, budgeting, etc., the more likely you are to take control of your finances.
Right.
Wow.
That's real
You let
talk
it
right
control
there.
you, always be broke.
Real talk right there. Man, I didn't realize, man, it was this late.
wow.
And it's Friday. I did not realize it
Chock
because
full of information.
yeah,
today,
because a
sir.
lot of information is going down. Kaz Minor said, "Woo, you never told, you never old Norm." Oh, he said, "Woo, you never old Norm."
Told Norm about Shalimar.
Oh.
Shalimar,
Okay.
one-stop barbershop that has anything you need at a nice price.
Okay, all right.
That's ghetto
I just saw
economy.
that. No doubt.
Get anything from the barbershop.
Barb said, take those tax returns and save or invest them or blue chip stock. Wow. Shout out to the blue chip stock. I haven't heard that in a minute.
Wow.
But yeah, she's right. Dee Dee Graham said IRA. No doubt. No doubt. Also, Dee Dee said my cable bill was $230. Cut it last year. Got DirecTV now app and internet Fire Stick.
See?
I pay $98 a month.
Wow. She gets a DirecTV through her Amazon.
Yeah.
Yes. Her Fire Stick.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
You got to be smart.
Yep.
Denise Sparrow. Let's read Denise.
Denise said, hey, everyone, I stay in my own lane and I'm not competing with anyone. I do not like to use the word I'm broke. I chant I am officially abundant and money magnet. I want to downgrade my cable and use the money for savings. I also follow the Budgetnista, who's helpful in financing such as budget, etc.
No doubt. Clap that up. No doubt. Yes. Wow. See King Parker. Shabbat Shalom, kings and queens. No doubt. No doubt.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, no doubt.
My brother.
Salute. Check it. Tiffany, the Budgetnista, listening to blogs.
Yeah.
Fit tips. Yeah. I heard her too.
DT says save and put the money in the mattress or hide it in the TV like Madea did for Uncle Pete. Did it in the movie Soul Food. Yo, I can't stand you. I really could not stand you.
Stupid. It is fun to find $100 though in your pocket. That is fun though.
But you know what's
you be hiding money from yourself. I love that.
You know how many times I find money when I really need it. I'm like, God damn, I gotta put
God be
like,
like,
up pants and then $20. I'm like, hey, all right. My mother used to always do that.
Live another day.
My mother always found money in her robes and all types of places. I'm exactly like my mother. I swear.
All right, y'all. We gotta hurry up and get out of here and go to Fridays.
All right.
Because Norm needs his 5 LITs for happy hour.
Norm's wings are waiting.
Look, we want to thank everybody for joining us.
That was crazy. Me, man, shit.
No doubt. You know what I'm saying? No, we don't want nobody to be broke. You know what I'm saying? Be without. So if this helped anybody, hopefully maybe something we said could have helped you. Hopefully it helped each other.
Yeah,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. Shout out to everybody on all the platforms, different platforms, whatever platform you checking us out.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
On. As long as you're checking us out, we don't even care, man.
Right.
We appreciate y'all rocking with us.
Show.
We will be back next week on the Man Cave Morning Show. So everybody have a safe, peaceful, productive weekend, man. We cooking out tomorrow. We partying tomorrow.
Dig it.
So if you're a family or friend of one of our platinum listeners, Patricia Shell Givens.
P. Shell Givens.
And you know Sandy B, and you know Norm Ski, and we say slide through.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Last official summer throwdown.
Come on, slide through. You gonna slide through?
I am.
All right, no doubt. So I make sure, and it's gonna be a good time tomorrow. It's gonna be food, drinks, family, friends, music. You know me, I'm classic with it. But you know we gonna have some youngins up in there, and when they want to run the youngin stuff, I got my nephew now, Jamal. Jamal can fill in now and just run the stuff for the youngins now because
let you sit down and go eat.
I'm taking a break. I'm going to eat some food tomorrow. I never really eat.
I know. You never do.
I'm like, they have his plate sitting right there for like 8 hours. I'm like, I'm about to eat your chicken wings.
That's true.
Stop playing.
That's very true.
I never really eat. You know, I always do my little sipping. And there's always a little cup by my table when I'm DJing and everything like that. But I never really eat.
Cup or two.
Tomorrow I'm eating. I'm gonna be like Neff, Jamal. I need you to rock out for an hour. I'm going to sit down and eat, get my drink on, and cut up with the family a little bit. I need that, man. Need that release.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No doubt.
So everybody, have a safe, blessed weekend and everything.
Absolutely.
And just remember, this show is never about us.
It's always about you.
Because
you are the next best kept secret.
Peace. See y'all Monday.
Have a
love y'all, man.
weekend. Love you guys. God bless.
I really love y'all. Peace. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about the show.
The show was good.
Because if they don't know, now they know.
Baby.
Dynamite!
Shout out to Hetty Murphy last night.
Yeah. Oh, big endless head.
Big head.
Headquarters.
Big ass head Jenkins.
Staying ahead of the game.
No doubt.
Diddy Dome.
Ate too many green leaves. Oh.
is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouvet.
I'm paying you later.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy, some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming up. This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1.